The trailer for Call of Duty World War II finally dropped, and I wasn't blown away by it, but I didn't hate it either. And it looks like overall, the initial reactions and the first impressions of the new trailer have been generally positive, judging by the likes to dislike ratio on the YouTube video. Certainly far more positive than the reaction that Infinite Warfare garnered when it was first announced. This is in large part to do with the fact that Call of Duty is finally doing something different by taking the series back to its roots, World War II. Now, I use the term different loosely because there's actually nothing new about a World War II first-person shooter. We have been there, done that. But we haven't seen one of these in so long, with the last World War II Call of Duty game being World at War, which was released 8.5 years ago. The old suddenly feels new again. At the very least, it feels more refreshing than the modern and futuristic shooters that have become stagnant over the years. It's like we've mostly been eating burgers over the last decade, and it's just like, ugh, I don't want another burger, I want something different. And we finally get to eat something else with this new game, German sausage or whatever. Although you may recall that even before we started eating burgers, we ate German sausage for like a decade, and that became stagnant. There was a time in which World War II shooters were so prevalent that people got sick and tired of it. They got tired of eating the same German sausage for so many years. It all just seemed like the same setting, the same mechanics, but with a different coat of paint. And it was a similar stagnation to the one we're experiencing now with the modern and futuristic Call of Duty games. But just when it seemed like the shooter genre was getting stale with the overabundance of German sausage, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare came to save the day with a delicious burger. Finally, something different and delicious to eat. The game not only introduced a refreshing setting and an original story, they also elevated first-person shooting mechanics to new heights. I don't think it's an exaggeration when I say that Modern Warfare ushered a new era of first-person shooters. The game kind of set the standard for many of today's modern shooters. But from there, it was only burger after burger for 8.5 years, with only slight variations between them. And many of these burgers charged ludicrous additional fees for fundamental ingredients like ketchup and cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, pickles, you name it. So after all that, it's kinda nice to just go back to the old days, to go back to eating German sausages, which we haven't tasted in so long. And not gonna lie, the prospect of experiencing major World War II events with the enhanced level of graphical fidelity that modern technology offers, alongside shooting mechanics that have been refined over the years, is an exciting one. Certainly more exciting than another Call of Duty game with exosuits and shit. While I don't think Call of Duty World War II's graphics quite live up to Battlefield 1's, this is still one of the most significant leaps in graphics that I've seen from the series in a very long time. And things like core shooting mechanics isn't even something I need to worry about, because that's one area in which Call of Duty has remained consistently excellent throughout the years. So yeah, this game has a lot going for it, but an important question to consider is, what about this particular German sausage will be different from the ones we were served all those years ago before the era of burgers began? Will it offer different spices and flavors that we have never experienced before? Or will it just be a prettier and more refined version of the same recipe? Unfortunately, from what I'm seeing, nothing about Call of Duty World War II evokes the sense that it will be any different from all the other World War II shooters out there. The trailer alone shows the same D-Day and Normandy sequences, the same style of gruesome World War II scenes, the same patriotic American soldiers spouting your typical inspirational quotes. And it all looks prettier, sure, but at its core, it just looks like World War II Shooter 101. So while it's nice to go back to a genre and setting that has been absent for many years, backpedaling to old traditions won't be enough for Activision to win me over with this game. It needs to stand out somehow and be a different brand of World War II first-person shooter. But so far, it's just not looking like it will be. It just feels like we're dusting off an old genre rather than ushering in a new one. And for some of you, that's good enough. Some of you just want to play a boots-on-the-ground World War II Call of Duty game with improved graphics and refined gameplay mechanics. I know there are many Call of Duty fans and first-person shooter fans who have missed the boots-on-the-ground aspect of shooters and condemn the exosuits with all the jumping and gliding and dashing and wall running and shit. So for those people, Activision might just be giving you exactly what you want. But for others like myself, backpedaling to old traditions is simply not enough to get me excited for the series again. Who knows, maybe Activision will change my mind once they introduce some interesting aspects to this game that have never been done in other World War II shooters before, but so far I'm not seeing it, and until then, I can't really be all that excited. I'm also afraid to find out what shady business practices and money-making schemes Activision has in store for us. Keep in mind that it wasn't long ago that Activision forced us to buy Infinite Warfare if we wanted to play the remastered version of Modern Warfare. It also wasn't long ago that they essentially resold Modern Warfare's old variety pack for the remastered version instead of just giving that out for free. It's the same old shit with this company, and I don't see them changing anytime soon. And for those who really missed World War II shooters and are already contemplating pre-ordering this game, I would advise you to wait until we have the full picture. There is literally no point in pre-ordering games months before it comes out. It's not like they'll run out of copies and you'll miss out on the experience. Unless you're really into pre-order bonuses or limited edition packages, by pre-ordering a game, the only winner is the publisher. They get your money and you shoot yourself in the foot by preemptively paying for a product that you still don't know much about. And all that does is make you susceptible to the scams that Activision is known for. So just wait it out and see what happens. Make informed purchases, not impulsive ones. Anyway, long story short, I am excited to see what Call of Duty World War II will look like after all the years of technological advancements and gameplay refinements. And I'm also excited to see the series going back to boots on the ground and whatnot and giving us a flavor of the genre that we haven't tasted in quite a long time. But right now, as it stands, I'm not inclined to give this game a purchase because it just looks like the same old German sausage recipe from a decade ago. For some of you, that's good enough. Some of you might have missed the taste of that delicious German sausage recipe, but for me, Call of Duty World War II is a good diversion from the burgers that I've been constantly eating over the last 8.5 years. But I'm also ready to try something completely new. Maybe a little Korean, a little Vietnamese if you catch my drift. But hey, at the very least, it's definitely more exciting than another fucking burger. With that, I would like to end this Call of Duty World War II discussion video. Thank you for tuning in. What are your thoughts on the matter? Are you excited to go back to a World War II setting in the new Call of Duty game? Or were you hoping for something a little different? Let us know in the comments below, and to be further updated on all things video game news, reviews, and discussions, stay tuned right here on Young Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Young out!